Today, I'm critiquing Diddy's old property and giving it an Arvin score at the end of this video. So if you ever decide to buy, design, or build the property yourself, you won't end up like Diddy. I'm Arvin Haddad, I'm the how to buy a mansion guy, and I have an announcement. I'm coming to your city. If you want a 2-hour, in-person, at your location consultation, click on link below. Just make sure to fill out what your questions are and what exactly you want, submit your plans so I come prepared. And in fact, I'm so confident after this first consultation, you will join the inner circle. If you do decide to join the inner circle, I will credit this fee towards your membership, towards inner circle. If your city or date is not listed, just request it and we will get back to you. Now let's watch Diddy's house together.
Yes, you read it correctly. This used to be P. Diddy's old mansion here in Beverly Hills, California. Now it gets better.
How? How could it get better? Is the swimming pool filled with baby oil? Please enlighten us.
We're gonna start our tour on the exterior. Driveway takes you to the 2-car garage.
What the hell is this? Why is there like a metal closet here? I have no idea what that is.
And as we continue, we have this walkway here taking us to the entry of this property. First door here opens up to an outdoor atrium.
Okay, I like the atrium, but first, let's talk about the property. You have no frontage. You're literally on the street. You're really not in Beverly Hills. You're in Beverly Hills Post Office. You do have a backyard, but it's like, what, 3 or 4 sets of stairs down? You have side setbacks that are very minimum. I've already critiqued the house right next door. It was a disaster. Subscribe to watch that video, but the lot is pretty much crap. It says half an acre, but you have no frontage, very small backyard. You're a hillside apartment complex that you're calling it a home.
Now, what's so cool about this space is the fact that we have natural stone floors, stone-clad walls, and right in the center, we have this awesome olive tree, and behind that, we have a water feature setting the tone as we walk into this property.
Was it a water feature? Very weak. And that olive tree looks like a bush, not a tree.
Now, the exterior facade is clad with glass because as soon as you walk in to the home, you see the amazing views of the entire city.
Is that the whole city to you guys? Let's just dissect this view together. If you're not a subscriber, I do this all the time. We see about 1/3 of the view is a hill. About 50% of the view is the sky. And then the rest, what you can make out through the smog, is a silhouette of a city. So the whole city is not in front of you. It's going to get an Arvin score at the end of the video, but pay attention. Look for focal points. I don't see the downtown. I don't see the Century City view from this angle. That's how you dissect and evaluate a view and realize how much you got to pay for it.
Around the corner, we have the door opening up to the 2-car garage, and this entry is super spacious. Skylight above us, and we have the staircase here going down to the lower 2 levels. Now, Mikey, let's step outside because views are phenomenal. Now, we have this balcony located on the 3rd floor, and the views are sensational. I mean, we have the city in front of us all the way to the ocean.
It's not in front of you. It's like to your, 80 degrees out, okay? It's to your right side. That's Century City. And then you get a glimpse of city. And then you can't see downtown LA view because it's blocked by the hill and the other buildings in front of it. And by the way, this is the best view you're gonna get. You enter from the top, the view's only gonna get worse as you go down.
Let's step inside, Mikey, and continue our tour. And on this level, we have the entry and the primary bedroom suite. And this property consists of 3 levels. So we're starting our tour on the 3rd level. This is where we have the elevator access. And continuing here, we have windows, skylights above, and these double doors open up to the primary bedroom suite. Now, as soon as you walk in, you have beautiful hardwood floors. Room is extremely spacious. And of course, this space is all about the amazing views. I mean, look at this, Mikey. King size bed, nice seating area. I love this curved wall detail here with a fireplace. I want to take everybody through this door. This is where we have the walk-in closet. Now this room is just as spacious as the rest of the bedroom. Now, Mikey, we have 2 doors opening up to the primary bathroom. We're gonna start our tour here. Some built-ins on this side, and right in the center we have this floating vanity design with 2 sinks.
Okay, I wonder if this is original to the house, because I have a feeling the developer fixed some of the stuff, but maybe not all of it. That countertop looks much older than the rest of the stones they've used in the property. But here's in the essence for the first floor. You get a foyer, you get access to your car garage, and then you have your primary. Now you're thinking, Diddy, you're like, that's really efficient. You come home, you take the girl straight to your primary suite. Yeah. But that's what you're going to get. If you want to optimize on the best view you can get, that's what you got to do. And the good thing about this property is that the fact that it kind of curves at the end of it, it gives you a little direct angle, like a direct line of sight to the Century City. It's trying to optimize the angle for its best view possible. I'm all for that.
And as we walk in, Mikey, first water closet is located here. I say first because we have another one on the other side. Your first walk-in shower, you have double of everything, super spacious. And going back into the bathroom, right in the center, we have this freestanding tub with a chrome tub filler. And look at these views. You have the entire city right below you.
These views just can't stop, won't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop.
You know what else can't stop, won't stop? The walls, if they could talk. They wouldn't stop. a lot of history here.
Now, Mikey, let's go back into the primary bedroom suite because, of course, your bedroom has a sliding glass doors opening up to a private balcony. And there you go. You have the city in front of you. This is pretty awesome. We're here in Beverly Hills.
You're not in Beverly Hills. This is Beverly Hills Post Office, and makes a huge difference. Again, this is one of the #1 things that really pisses me off, that a lot of agents or presenters knowingly lie. Because as far as valuation goes, being in the actual city of Beverly Hills is significantly more valuable. Not just you get the fire department, the police department, but you also escape the mansion tax, which is a huge element in calculating how much you should pay for a property. If you know that you end up going to be paying 5% in taxes extra if you're outside of Beverly Hills. So to me, it's criminal. It's just really false advertising.
Now let's go back to the staircase so we can check out the second floor. The staircase design of this property is super cool. Open riser, modern design, glass railing, and we have these wood paneled walls. And right in the center, we have this landing area dividing into 2 sections and bringing you down to the second floor of this property, where we have the living room, dining area, and the kitchen. But first, I want to take everybody here. Elevator access for the second floor, staircase going down to the lower level, and continuing our tour, we have this door opening up to the powder room. Same natural stone floors, goes all the way in, water closet on the right.
Why is this guy in this position? This is some Diddy shit, man. Let's talk about the color palette. Again, I think they've kept some of the elements in the property the way it was. I can't really exactly say, but if I had to guess, I would say the floors here, definitely the painting, and maybe even the doors of the property, because I see these much older doors in the property that have this really ugly glass panels in the middle. Those are definitely not new to my eye.
Now, getting back out and continuing our tour on the great room, we have this amazing open space facing the incredible views. Nice comfortable seating area. I like the light fixture above. And just like the primary bedroom suite, we have the fireplace design here, clad with stainless steel. And behind the seating area, we have some open shelving, and right next to that, this awesome bar setup with dual elevation. We have all these glass panels facing the views and the wraparound balcony, sliding glass doors here open up to that balcony. And now continuing here, right next to the seating area, we have the dining room. Beautiful table that sits 8 people right in the center. We have this awesome chandelier. And what I like about this space is the fact that it's all open, so you can still enjoy your views while sitting down here.
That's the only thing that is really good about this space. And they didn't really change that, okay? It was like this when they bought the property to do a renovation and flip it. A lot of the finishes, like the floors, seem banged up. No pun intended. It just doesn't look fresh at all. But the bones of the space for an entertaining home is pretty good. You didn't get that, entry to the formal living space, the family room, the entertaining space when you walked in. But as soon as you come down the stairway, which was somewhat interesting, you get this big volume, unobstructed views, no columns in the middle, very generous spacing as far as furniture, but that's where it stops. the finishes look pretty much original to the house when it was built.
On the other side of the dining area, we have an additional seating section. And again, you can get a little bit closer to the edge and look at these views. Now, let's continue our tour. Right next to the landing of the staircase, we have this door opening up to the kitchen and the informal dining area. Now, like the rest of the home, this part of the house is all open. We have the dining area connected to the kitchen.
You see, the floors are original. They didn't even change the floors over here. It's funny how a lot of these, people who flip homes are so clever with staging, rugs, and everything. You try to hide what you fixed and what you didn't fix, and you end up getting a really good premium for the property when you really did minimum amount of work as far as finishes goes, because a lot of things in this room is original to the house.
Now, before we continue this side, Mikey, I want to take everybody here. Small hallway. Door opens up to your outdoor balcony access, and there's actually an outdoor staircase going down to the first floor of this property that we're going to see in a bit.
Nice.
The door behind me opens up to a small office with built-ins, a desk set up right in the center, gets the job done, or it could be utilized as a bedroom as well.
This is perhaps the most uninspiring office for a view property. Very disappointing. I'm really glad it has a separate entrance, so if people have to come visit you and everything, but it's really a secondary bedroom. If you really don't want to utilize the views, I guess you can get your work done over here, but again, pretty uninspiring. And again, the cabinets seem pretty much original to when Diddy used to live there.
Right next to that, we have a full bathroom. Same floor patterns are also here. Gloss finish on this floating vanity design. Now, let's go back into the kitchen area and start our tour of the kitchen. We have some built-ins here with a nice seating section, flat panel cabinetry throughout. Good sized kitchen. I mean, you have your bar seating here, first sink, 2 dishwashers, another sink right in the center on this island, and they did a nice color contrast between the white lighter tone countertops with waterfall edge and this darker tone natural stone right in the center.
Wait, that's it? That's all you changed? I swear, they basically changed only the kitchen countertops. They kept the floors because they didn't want to touch the cabinets. Maybe they restained it, maybe changed the stove. But this is pretty much original to how the house was when Diddy lived here.
And Mikey, there's a detail I really want to show you. Ready? Mm-hmm. We mentioned it at the beginning of this video. This is P. Diddy's old home in Beverly Hills for Puff only.
From R. Kelly, that yellow one. They didn't even change the front. Nothing. I want to know what these developers actually changed, because I bet you they're going to be like, oh, it was such a big project. They haven't done shit. This is like as soft of a renovation so far as you can think of.
That's the original label that they had when he used to live here.
I love when celebrities like their own products, Like when they endorse their own products and they actually enjoy them. Like, I think we need to get a mansion so, we can
have our own mansion?
Yeah, now that you're technically a celebrity, right?
I don't know about that. That's a big claim. But yeah, this used to be Diddy's home. Super cool. I love Diddy.
What? Enes, I got some good news for you, bro. He loves you too. Oh my God.
Now, Mikey, I want to take everybody outside. I feel like this property is all about the views. So that's why every single floor, I want to take everybody to the outdoors. Like I mentioned earlier, this balcony is dedicated to the kitchen area. I mean, look at this. It's nice and quiet. You're 10 minutes away from Beverly Hills.
What happened? I thought you said we're in Beverly Hills.
This is pretty awesome. We're here in Beverly Hills.
And the balcony sucks. If you can't have a seating arrangement in a balcony, it really, really reduces its appeal, okay? So this is a Romeo and Juliet balcony at best. Balconies do actually affect the property value in condominiums or vertical properties like this if they're usable. And this is not usable whatsoever.
We're running out of time. Let's go see that backyard.
Let's do it. Here we are on the first floor now. We have this long walkway that takes us to the guest suites. I'm gonna start with the one right at the end. It's one of the spacious bedrooms. It starts right here, and another walkway takes us straight into the bedroom. Same hardwood floors, nice spacious room. We have the built-in desk set up here with some open shelving, king size bed.
Let's talk about the size of the room so far. Beside that office, which was really a secondary, you could call it maybe maid's room, the bedrooms have been pretty spacious. Don't go there, okay? It's definitely for entertaining, okay?
All these 3 guest suites that we're gonna see have a balcony that connects them to each other and it leads them to the backyard. And Mikey, continuing our tour, walk-in closet, and this door right here opens up to the spacious bathroom. Again, stone-clad throughout. Nice vanity design here, again with the brass details.
Okay, this is all new. So they basically have done most of the bathrooms, okay? And floors.
Now, instead of going back to the hallway, why don't we go this way to the balcony and go check out the second guest suite that starts right here. All the bedrooms in this house are very spacious. They all have king-size beds, nice ceiling heights.
Okay, it's a long house, right? One of the benefits of the long house is that when you start stacking the bedrooms next to each other, they all get views or, outdoor exposure if you're a hillside and everything. So I guess that's a positive and a negative. But again, the bedroom distribution, you get primary at the top, really an office or, maid's quarters in the second level. At the bottom level, you get the guest bedrooms, really designed for entertaining home, not a family house whatsoever.
Coming back to the hallway again, let's go check out the last guest suite. This is the elevator door, and the last guest suite starts right here. Pretty much the same finishes. And again, all these bedrooms are super spacious. They all have sliding glass doors. We have the walk-in closet here, full bathroom on this side, a little bit more on the darker tones here.
The most important thing is when you're buying a flip, okay, you really got to check to see if they've only done the cosmetic stuff like here, or does it have new plumbing, new electrical, new roof? All those elements are the most important elements that you should pay attention to, because I'm not saying they have, but 99% people who flip homes like this, it's just cosmetic, right? And it's all older stuff that could have problems. So that's what you should really pay attention to.
Now, let's go back to the hallway and check out the living room on this level. In fact, we're gonna meet one of the listing agents and a developer / co-listing agent of this property. We have Dex and Alex here.
And it's great to see you, my friend.
Good to see you, my friend. How are you?
It's a pleasure.
And Alex,
Thanks
good
for
to see you
coming.
as well. These are the guys behind this project, so I wanted to feature them. In fact, you guys show us around for the living room.
Yes, so you got your sunken living room, what we call, because you walk down the stairs. This is actually the second living room in the property. And we wanted to highlight the star of this room, which is obviously the view. And so that's why we've skewed the couches in a certain way. So you can sit down, enjoy the view, hang out by the fireplace, and relax.
This was pretty much original. You didn't do this, buddy. This is exactly the same fireplace. This looks exactly like the property was. You just put the couch in this position, which I would 99% assume Diddy had it in the same position as well.
I know you guys got an infinity edge pool here, which is super cool. And I mentioned it to the audience. All those bedrooms connect to this balcony that leads you to the backyard, right?
Yes, with picture frame windows.
No, I told the audience that this home has been recently remodeled.
Yes.
Tell us some of the procedures and things you guys had to kind of update and get this home to this point.
Yeah, so the house had extensive 90% renovations. It took over 2 years to completely strip down the old house.
Oh, red-handed. Oh. Oh my God. Look, next time you want to claim that, make sure you go online, delete all the old photos of the property, okay? Oh my God, this is embarrassing.
We added this amazing, courtyard area here by the pool so you can come out with the open windows. Redid all the structural elements for the house, completely resealed everything, all new tiling, new facade, new interiors. It was a really big project. Took longer than we expected due to COVID. Took us nearly 2 years to complete the project.
It took you 2 years to do some bathrooms and change the kitchen countertops? If Diddy was here, he would say objection. Oh my God.
The fact that this home is on the hillside, did that make it any more difficult?
It makes it exceptionally hard
Exceptionally
to
hard.
cover materials up and down the hill, and especially like support structural elements. Otherwise you can't have these views. It's all about the views.
You didn't didn't build it, dude. It was here. It had structural issues when you bought it. Did you reinforce the foundation? Did you put caissons in there? The funny thing is that Enes is clueless. He doesn't even know that they haven't done shit. He thinks this is all brand new.
I mean, I totally get the views. The moment you walk into the property from the top floor all the way down here, every single room faces this amazing view, which is phenomenal.
It's not phenomenal. I'm going to give it an Arvin score, so let's get started. But before I do that, if you're planning to buy a flip home or brand new construction or any home that you want to remodel on, you want a second opinion or a third opinion, reach out to me. I would love to give you an unbiased, nothing is in it for me. You pay me up front. I will tell you the truth about the property, which literally could either make you a lot of money or make you go bankrupt and foreclose on the property. I would love to be that resource to you and be honest with you and tell you the truth. Okay, let's get started. Location. Look, this is actually a great area within Beverly Hills Post Office. It's better than some parts of Beverly Hills itself. I'm going to give it an 8. Lot quality. It says half acre, but the actual naturally flat area of this property is at best, 6,000 square feet. I'm going to give it a 3. Lot utilization. You have no private driveway, no frontage. You're literally on the street. Side setbacks are really tight. Small, tiny backyard, if you want to call it that. I'm going to give it a 4. Privacy. It's slightly better than the house next door. I'm going to give it a 7. Lot orientation. You're south facing. You're going to get a lot of natural light coming to almost every single room in this property. It's going to be lit. I'm going to give it a 9. Architectural style. I mean, you have no facade from the front, right? Like it's just regular home. From the back, it's a little bit more, I guess, dynamic. I'm going to give it a 2. Views. Look, if you get impressed by these views, it's just you haven't seen enough good views in Los Angeles, okay? It's partial. It doesn't have a focal point. I'm going to give it a 4.5. Layout. You do have the wow factor when you walk in, but it's an upside down house. You have to take 3/4 sets of stairs to get to the backyard. The middle floor with the kitchen and the formal living room was probably the best floor. It had a pretty good flow to it. And then the bedrooms were kind of very utilitarian on the bottom, just racked next to each other to take care of the guests. I'm going to give it a 3.5. Scale and volume, really average. It wasn't great. It wasn't bad. The bedrooms all had very good dimensions except for the office. I'm going to give it a 5. Finishes. This is really embarrassing for the fact that, one, Enes didn't even realize that a lot of the house was still original. And if he did, he didn't share it. And second, for the developer to say he gutted it when he didn't. It's really embarrassing. You could really tell the very minimum, the floors, the doors, and a lot of the cabinets were the same original when Diddy lived there. I'm going to give it a 4. Now, here's the Arvin score, and this is the QR code for the inner circle. Real estate mistakes are super expensive. A lot more expensive than how much I charge for 12 months of support to hold your hand and make sure you have a person who looks after your interest only during that whole process. Doesn't matter if you're building, remodeling, purchasing, all that stuff, or selling. Now, if you want to see the house next door, click over here. I'll see you guys in the comments. Take care.